Hi, I'm Daryl Forte, owner of Everlast Software. Today the cybersecurity topic is going to be a continuation of the previous video, which was about malware types. So one of the types of malware that can be extremely detrimental is the macrovirus, which I discussed before. The macrovirus tries to find vulnerabilities in software and execute programs, sometimes with elevated privileges, based on those vulnerabilities. For example, Adobe Reader. If a PDF is crafted a certain way, it could potentially expose vulnerability and execute code on your computer. Now the code that gets executed could be anything. It could run some remote control software so someone could get into your computer. It could be ransomware, so it encrypts all your files and forces you to pay ransom. It doesn't matter what type of program it is. The whole concept is the fact that a program executes as a macrovirus and finds an exploit in a program. Now one way this happens is from what's called a buffer overflow or a buffer overrun. What this means is they find out that at a given position inside the memory of a program, if there's a vulnerability in the software, they can actually put executable code inside the data area and cause it to run instructions just like it was a real program to run. So the way you can protect yourself from this is, and all modern hardware is going to have this, it's called data execution prevention, built into Windows, and it's actually part of Intel's architecture on a certain type of processor and everything going forward. And by default, Windows only has DEP turned on for essential Windows programs and services, but I highly recommend turning it on for every program. So the way you can do that is go to your control panel and then go into System or System Properties. From there you will see an Advanced tab, which you will click on, and inside there click on the Settings button under the Performance area. Inside there you will notice there's a tab that says Data Execution Prevention. Make sure you click the bottom radio button, turn on DEP for all programs. And if you happen to have some weird case where a program doesn't run right, you could always use the add button here and add it to the exception list, and then it should run properly. But this will prevent 99.9% of buffer overflow problems that a lot of the macroviruses will try to rely on. Now, just to show you one more slide here, there is a program you can download to see if your processor is capable of doing this at a hardware level, and it's by Sysinternals. Mark Russinovich was the creator, who now works for Microsoft. But the program is called Core Info. Unfortunately, it's a command prompt program or a console program, so you have to know how to open up a command prompt to run this, but it will show you if your processor supports it. Supports no execute page protection, which is the NX tag here, on AMD processors. Intel processors have a different type of tag, but it's the same concept. It's a no execute page protection. And once again, essentially what this does is it flags areas of data in the program so that it's told not to be executable, because those are data areas. They shouldn't have executable code. So this is a great solution to help protect you, and I hope this helps.